Right now, this final day of July, concerts on the square wraps up for the summer. Susan is live from the festivities along with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington, keeping an eye on that forecast. Also, the EMS service partnership between Verona and Fitchburg could be changing. Why this discussion is a little different than in previous negotiations. And what a task force is doing in Wisconsin to make sure artificial intelligence becomes more of a tool than a threat. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Well, tonight, folks, we'll be heading back to the Capitol Square for the final performance of this summer's Concerts on the Square. Luckily, Mother Nature deciding not to throw a wrench into things. The rain looking like it'll hold off this evening, but we aren't exactly in the clear. An alert day in our forecast overnight. For more, let's go to Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington alongside Susan tonight on the Capitol grounds.
Hi, Eric. It's hard to believe, isn't it, that this is the last concert on the square of the summer season, but we're 6 for 6
Yep, we are.
this season, so there's a lot to be thankful for. Tonight is the grand finale of the 41st season of Concerts on the Square, and we've been kind of white-knuckling the weather all day because it's so warm and sticky, but the storms have stayed away, so the concert is a go.
Concert is a go, yes, 7 o'clock. So when the music begins, it's going to be a bit on the warm side.
Yeah.
We've been saying earlier today that it's steamy, stormy, chances, and sweaty as well.
We're glistening a little bit.
We're glistening, yes, we're glowing. We're glowing.
Yes.
We do, though, have alert day conditions, though, after the show that we probably should fill folks in on. That timing is going to be 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. as we carry on through the overnight into the wee hours of Thursday morning. So we don't want to let your guard down that even though it's quiet now, it could get quite loud as we go into the wee hours of Thursday morning. We have that marginal risk of severe weather for all of southern Wisconsin. That's a 1 out of 5. Strong winds would be the main threats from these storms as they move into the area 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and then move across the rest of southern Wisconsin during the wee hours, carrying out till about 6 o'clock in the morning. Nothing on radar 3000 right now, not even a cloud in the sky. You can hear the cicadas behind us. That's a sign of late July. We've got warm temperature feeling as well. The feels like factor is now up to 99 out there. So it feels like 100. We've got plenty of folks here that are going to be joining us. I encourage everybody, bring water, water, water if you're coming down to Concerts on the Square. It'll be warm. If you got your water, get a little bit of a breeze here, well, it'll be a good show.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And people, a lot of people like Eric, savor the heat. Yeah. We have to remember these days and store them for December and January.
That's right.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a beautiful evening down here. There's still plenty of time to find a spot in the shade to support Andrew Sewell. It's a big year for him. It's his silver anniversary this year. And just to say thank you to all of the amazing musicians of the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra. It's hard to imagine Madison without this in the summertime, and it's been a great season so far. They've saved the best for last tonight. It's the 100th anniversary of Gershwin's iconic Rhapsody in Blue, and we're going to talk to Maestro Andrew Sewell about that and everything else that's ahead tonight in just a little while. But for now, Eric, back to you guys.
All right, Susan, Alex, enjoy the heat down there. Next at 5, the teenager accused of hitting and killing a 7th grade student while she was waiting for a school bus has pleaded guilty. 19-year-old Kevin Green has been charged with homicide by negligent operation of a vehicle. That crash killed 13-year-old Evelyn Gurney, who was about to board a bus last May. A judge withheld Green's sentencing as long as he successfully completes 4 years probation and includes 3 months of jail time in the Sauk County Jail. According to a criminal complaint on May 12th last year, Green is said to have been on his phone and speeding on Highway 2333 when he swerved around a school bus, hitting Gurney while she was standing in her driveway. Online court records show the next hearing for Green is scheduled for September 26th. New tonight at 5, a 20-year prison sentence has been handed down today for the Minnesota man who stabbed 4 people, killing 1 back in July of 2022. Back in April, 54-year-old Nikolai Mew was found guilty of first-degree reckless homicide, 4 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, and 1 count of battery. 17-year-old Isaac Schumann was killed in the stabbing. 4 others were hurt. Mew's lawyers argued that the group of young men initially taunted and confronted him. A judge also ordered Mew to serve 6 years extended supervision after his release from prison. The fate of EMS service that serves the cities of Fitchburg and Verona and also the town of Verona is uncertain. The Fitch-Verona EMS district has served the 3 municipalities now for decades, but now the city of Verona is considering pulling out of that partnership. Our Ellie LaLiberte breaks down what it could mean.
This discussion is still very much in the early phases. However, the Fitch-Rona EMS chief does tell me that this conversation happens roughly every 5 years. Now, normally the partner that's looking to pull out is the city of Fitchburg, but now for the first time, it's the city of Verona.
You call 911 and we will respond.
Chief Patrick Anderson has been with the Fitch-Rona EMS district since 2001.
It was all put together through an intergovernmental agreement that was actually signed back in 1977.
One partner, the city of Verona, raised concerns about the district at a July city council meeting.
There is a disparity between what those municipalities pay and the services they're getting.
The city of Verona pays roughly 45% of the municipality's bill, while Fitchburg pays around 50% and Verona Township pays 5%. However, only about a fourth of service calls are to the city of Verona.
I'm open to multiple solutions. I mean, the clearest and most obvious one is that the city of Verona pays less money in the district because that's a more fair system.
Conversations around the EMS district aren't new for Luke Diaz, the city of Verona mayor, who already discussed the topic with the mayor of Fitchburg.
Something might actually happen this time, whether it's kind of changing the intergovernmental agreement, whether it's, breaking up the district.
But Anderson is hoping to keep the district together.
Every 5 years for the last 40-some years, they've come back and determined that, wow, the district model is actually still a really good functioning model.
No matter the decision, for the roughly 20 full-time employees on staff,
they're not losing their jobs.
Ultimately, the municipalities will make the final decision, with the city of Verona starting the public discussion. I also reached out to the city of Fitchburg for comment. The mayor says they'll know more about the Fitch-Rona EMS district's future after the meeting at the end of August. Now, the town of Verona also said a similar thing, saying that they will know more after their meeting next week. Reporting in the city of Verona, Ellie Liberté, News 3 Now.
Ellie, thank you. The mayor of Verona, Luke Diaz, says he hopes to have a plan by the end of the year, which could include the potential to bring EMS in-house. Well, today, several local Democratic politicians held a press conference on the use of drop boxes and election integrity. This after the Wisconsin Supreme Court reversed its decision banning them. And that included State Senator Melissa Agard, along with Verona Mayor Diaz and Dane County Supervisor Chad Kemp, holding this discussion outside Verona City Hall this afternoon. And there they talked about why the boxes are important for all elections in the community.
Many people in our communities, such as elderly folks, single parents, folks who work second shifts, people with disabilities, people who live in rural corners of our county, are unable to travel to their polling places on Election Day. So ballot boxes are a fundamental way of ensuring that we are leveling the playing field so that everyone can cast their vote in our elections.
In 2022, ballot drop boxes were made illegal outside of election clerk offices by the Wisconsin Supreme Court after claims that they were a source of fraud in the 2020 election. More than 40% of all votes cast in 2020 were through absentee ballots. Looking ahead now at 5, the vice president, presidential candidate Kamala Harris, will be visiting western Wisconsin next week. CBS News has also learned the vice president intends to name a running mate by Monday, so whoever joins her on the ticket will be part of the campaign's nationwide tour next week, and that includes that visit to Wisconsin. Meanwhile, former President Trump and his running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, are rallying voters in swing states. They're focusing on attacking Vice President Harris over her handling of the U.S.-Mexico border. In what economists are calling the fourth industrial revolution, artificial intelligence continues to tap into our day-to-day lives. Our Maddie Heimsch is here with more on how Wisconsin leaders are addressing AI in our state's labor force. Maddie?
Yeah, Eric, Wisconsin's Artificial Intelligence Task Force released an advisory action plan on Tuesday. The plan outlines strategies for implementing AI into the state's workforce, education system, and even government.
We have this very rapidly evolving technology, artificial intelligence, basically injecting itself into all of our lives, whether that be how we live, play, and especially how we work.
Amy Pahashik is the task force chair. She says the action plan's proposals are written with hopes to position AI as a tool, not a threat.
AI is projected to impact virtually every occupation, every industry to some degree. Of course, more so for some occupations than others.
Proposals include K-12 digital literacy training, forming a layoff aversion program for workers whose jobs may be threatened, and investing in further AI research in the state. Among jobs most vulnerable to automation are bookkeeping, accounting, and auditing.
Very often these tools can invent false facts. They can create new realities. That's known as the problem of machine hallucination. That's very misleading and very dangerous, particularly in professions that impact a lot of people.
Annette Zimmerman researches ethical implications of AI at UW-Madison. She says the most important thing about AI is centering worker voice.
To give workers a seat at the table when we make crucial decisions about how to use AI.
Pahashik says the task force isn't looking to replace workers with artificial intelligence, but rather fill pre-existing labor gaps with available technology.
To learn more about how AI is set to influence our Wisconsin labor force, you can read the full action plan right now on channel3000.com.
Maddie, thank you. Just ahead, we're taking you back downtown for Concerts on the Square. Alex will have his complete forecast, and Susan will have a preview of the music we'll hear in this final edition of Concerts on the Square for the 2024 summer season. Stocks sharply higher as the Fed indicates a rate cut is on the horizon. The Dow up 99.5, the NASDAQ a 452-point jump. S&P 500 adds 86, and we'll be right back.
Drug companies are making record profits while our families struggle. As a state lawmaker, I've passed bills to cut prescription drug costs. I'm Katrina Shanklin, and I approve this message because in Congress, I'll work with anyone to negotiate lower drug prices.
Not everyone knows us, but in southern Wisconsin, Illinois, and eastern Indiana, we are famous in our field. As a Sloan's technician, customer service is our specialty, whether you come to see us or we come to you. We are in the business of supporting your business, and we are highly trained to work on your John Deere equipment. At Sloan's, our loyalty lies with you. We depend on you, and we are proud to serve you. When it comes to service, you can count on us. Remember, think Sloan's first.
Get an 11% rebate on everything. Menards has the largest selection of garage doors in stock. Or you can design your own using our Garage Door Designer. Get this 9x7 insulated garage door for only $449.99 after rebate. We're your destination for concrete landscaping blocks that are ready for you to take home today. 16-inch patio blocks are $2.99 each after 11% rebate at Menards. America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction.
Save big money at Menards.
Let's do this.
Introducing Chevy's best lineup of SUVs ever. The rugged, always-ready Trailblazer, the first ever Traverse Z71, and the Chevy Trax, starting at $21,495. When it's your time to shine, Chevy's got you.
Get 1.9% financing on select popular 2024 Chevy SUVs when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
You're all looking for something new.
New?
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 or Z Fold 6 on us.
I usually just try out a new look, but that sounds lit.
I heard their cameras have new Galaxy AI features.
Have what?
Galaxy AI.
Gonna get one now.
I'm fine.
New and current customers get the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 or Z Fold 6 on us. US Cellular, built for us.
Would you hire a barber who's never cut hair before? So why send someone to Congress who's never held public office and never passed a single bill? I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because we need an experienced congresswoman. Right, Jed?
Coming up at 6, we'll be breaking down the marginal risk of severe weather that is expected overnight and what severe weather hazards you can expect with a line of storms.
Then a local family demands answers after their loved one was killed in a hit and run in Milwaukee. The story tonight at 6.
The nation's top call for action team is going strong at News 3 Now. With nearly 400 cases closed and over $700,000 recovered. If you need help moving forward, call for action only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. Tonight, the Capitol Square will be full of festivities for the final Wednesday of the summer. Concerts on the Square is back for its grand finale. Let's go back out to News 3 Now, Susan Simon, for a preview of tonight's performance. Susan?
Thank you, Eric. Boy, summer in Madison goes by in the blink of an eye, doesn't it? And all good things must come to an end. Tonight, as you said, is the grand finale of the 41st season of Concerts on the Square. And what a season it's been. The music director of the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra, Maestro Andrew Sewell, is with us tonight. Congratulations. It's been an amazing season.
It has. We got 6 out of 6, so we're very excited about that.
We've been watching the weather all day. Were you worried about, have we ever had to cancel for heat?
Maybe once or twice we've had to postpone, but never. and the UV index is high. It's more difficult for those setting up during the day, but it cools down in the evening in the shade of the Capitol, so we're pretty happy about tonight.
Well, somebody's looking out for us because it's beautiful. It's actually not too bad right now.
Nice.
And you've saved the best for last. The 100th anniversary of Gershwin's iconic Rhapsody in Blue. What a way to wrap it up.
Well, it is. In 1924, February 12th, Gershwin performed that piece with a Paul Whiteman jazz band. It's become such an iconic and well-known work that it makes sense to name the concert tonight Rhapsody in Blue. And we're doing it with John Novacek, very seasoned and accomplished pianist. We're also playing his I Got Rhythm Variations, which was composed in 1934 from the theme from the Girl Crazy musical that he wrote. And then the rest of the program has got some Duke Ellington and a couple of contemporaries, Carlos Simon's Holy Dance from Black American Dancers, and Michael Abel's Global Warming. So it's a truly all-American program tonight.
It's fantastic. How does it feel to you personally? Is it a little bittersweet to have Concerts on the Square coming to an end, or are you just crossed the Olympic finish line?
It feels a little bit like that. It's a relief to have it all done. I think there's a lot of apprehension at the very beginning, the first couple of concerts, and then you sort of get into the rhythm, and then by the back two, 5 and 6, you're going, oh, you're starting to relax a little bit. But I've already programmed next summer and the season afterwards. I mean, all of that programming takes place 18 months ahead, and then we finalize it in the fall. So, but we really utilize this, the feedback we get to do the final tweaking. But it's been a great summer, and of course I enjoy it, and it's wonderful to celebrate it with the city this way.
Well, the response has been incredible. 250,000 people this season have been here on the square, and I think I gave Joe Lanus, your CEO, a heart attack. I said, 6 is great. Why don't we make it 12?
We've had that over the years. Yeah, let's do 7 or 8, and I think our staff might have something to do. But in terms of fatigue, it's just enough. And I always say less is more. You keep on wanting more, but that's why we're finishing with such a really brilliant program tonight. We're very fortunate with the weather. I can say Alex over there is doing a great job, and we're very happy to be partnering with Channel 3000 and First Warn Weather. Thank you, Ross. Thank you all for the teams. Eric as well. It was great having the group last week, and I just say sales for Friends of the WCO went through the roof after that pitch, so way to go.
Yeah, Eric Franke has that effect on people. Thanks to you for all you do. It's been an amazing season. Enjoy the last concert of the summer. Thank you, Maestro.
Thank you very much, Susan.
And Alex, over to you. I'm having a heat flash.
Sounds good. Cool down a little bit. We got a little bit of a breeze out here. It feels so good. We get a little bit of that wind out here. But overall, with temperatures right around 90 and the high humidity, it is quite doable underneath the shade here. Quite simply, just bring some water to hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Let's break down the rest of the evening here. We've got temperatures right around 90 now. Heat index values are in the mid to upper 90s, but that will cool down slowly as we go further into the evening. By the time we get to the start of the show, we'll be in the mid to upper 80s. By the time we get to the end of the show, we'll be right around 80 degrees, and then the First Warn Weather team will really be going into action as we keep an eye on the line of thunderstorms that will be moving towards southern Wisconsin from the west. All part of the 3 things you need to know. We're eyeing up overnight tonight as the most impactful period for the potential for some strong thunderstorms. Could see a strong storm or 2 on Thursday. I'll explain some of the factors that go into that forecast, and I can guarantee you a warm Friday and a warm weekend is ahead here. Alert day conditions expected from approximately 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. This is overnight, so don't let your guard down. Have the First Warn Weather app ready and your remote ready to turn on Channel 3 in case we need to break in, as some strong storms are expected to move in to parts of southern Wisconsin. Where are the storms right now? They're out over portions of Minnesota and Iowa, moving into the east and forming into a line that will be knocking on the doorstep of the Mississippi River by the time we get to 3 o'clock in the morning. The good news is, as this line progresses to the east, take note that it starts to dwindle in its intensity. Still could pose that gusty wind threat and the heavy rain threat, but by the time we get to 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, hopefully the storms will fizzle and lose some of that energy. Then the First Warn Weather team, we keep an eye on, can we clear out? Can we warm back up? My rule of thumb is always noon. Got to clear out by noon in order for that potential for severe weather to become more widespread. Right now, we're holding off on alert day conditions. We expect the threat to be isolated, but Savannah Brito tomorrow morning As we reanalyze the situation, we look like we're going to clear out and have more widespread severe weather. We'll go alert day conditions for Thursday afternoon. Marginal right now risk, that's a 1 out of 5 for all of southern Wisconsin. The better threat for severe weather west of Wisconsin, just catching Grant County and areas just south and west of Darlington. All of us have that marginal risk of severe weather on Thursday, contingent upon, meaning we need to clear out on Thursday to allow that heat to build up for that fuel and that prime for that redevelopment to occur Thursday afternoon. Maybe a morning storm on Friday, and then we'll see conditions dry out. As we move into the weekend, highs in the upper 80s to right around 90 on Saturday, so an uncomfortable day. Then the storm chances increase again as we go out into next week. But look at the temperatures. We'll be in the north side of a warm front. That means cooler weather coming to southern Wisconsin. Do want to report an incident on Highway 151 between Sun Prairie and Columbus. There's an accident that's been reported and potentially an injury associated with this crash in between Sun Prairie and Columbus. Rest of traffic is doing okay across southern Wisconsin at this point in time, and we'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What's up? You need some windows?
Hum. Oh, you need windows. Yes, you do.
Hey folks, you call the experts? Increase your curb appeal and save big this summer with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 5 years. And we'll get it done Feldco fast. Free installation ends Wednesday. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Drive into summer with the rugged Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Summer is for exploring, so get outdoors, kick up some dust, get muddy, or just find that perfect campsite. All from Honda, the 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. So act now to get an offer you'll love. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
They don't clock out at 5 or care if it's the weekend. That means we keep working too.
So when Eric Hovde says that farmers don't work hard, that pisses me off.
Think of farming. Look at the old physical toil that it would take on your body. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
A California banker criticizing Wisconsin farmers for not working hard? We know what that is.
Eric Hovde, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Now 5, now 15, now 5.
Experience the thrill of a live auction and get a great deal on an RV. The Ultimate RV Auction is being hosted at Camping World in Madison, Wisconsin, Friday, August 2nd at 1 p.m. Central Time. Over 100 RVs are up for grabs with bids starting at $1 and no reserves on select units. Bid in person or online at cwauctions.com. Pre-bidding is going on now. Preview the inventory and place your bid today.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking. It's time you discovered Power Swabs.
The first time I tried it, my husband was so excited. And he said, I can't believe how white your teeth are. From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now.
It's the Great Grill Out Sale at Hy-Vee this Friday through Sunday. Bacon wrapped sirloins just $2.99. Whole boneless pork loin just $1.98 a pound. Chicken breast just $2.48 a pound. Fresh ground chuck just $3.99 a pound. 8-ounce pork loin butterfly chops or America's chops, 3 for just $4. And our special recipe brats or patties, 8 for just $12, plus a 16-cent fuel saver. Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. People looking to buy a home or a new car will continue to see high interest rates, at least for another couple months. As expected, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell announced interest rates are staying put The Fed has kept interest rates elevated for 2 years in an attempt to ease rising prices. During that time, inflation has dropped from a peak of 9.1% back in June of 2022 to just 3% last month. The housing market has weakened under the rising mortgage rates and prices. And in June, unemployment hit 4.1%, its highest level in 3 years. Many analysts believe the Fed could follow a September cut with at least one more before the end of the year. Hiring dropped off in the U.S. private sector last month while wage growth continued to slow. Payroll processor ADP data shows private sector employment increased by an estimated 122,000 jobs in July. That's a much slower growth than the month before. It also showed annual pay gains for job stayers slowed to 4.8%. That's the slowest growth in 3 years. It was also a 3-year low for pay growth for job changers. The Federal Reserve is closely watching jobs data for signs that the ongoing slow could slip into an outright weakening. Some big changes could be coming to Taco Bell soon. The fast food chain expanding the use of AI voice technology in its drive-thrus at hundreds of U.S. locations by the end of the year. The technology is already being used in more than 100 locations in 13 states. Yum Brands, that's the parent company, and want to eventually use it across all their brands, including KFC and Pizza Hut. The company says voice AI will not replace any workers. It will simply allow them to focus more on other priorities. Stay with us. We'll have a final check of your First Warn forecast after a short break.
Hanson's windows, roofing, siding, gutters, bathtubs, and showers are guaranteed. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest and no payments for 1 year.
Call 1-800-Hansons. Get it done.
It's Empire Today's half price sale. Half price on carpet, hardwood, vinyl, and laminate. Plus half price on quality professional installation. Schedule now.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
Makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
This Oregon man hit and killed during a crash in Milwaukee. I'm Tanasia Shaw. Up next at 6, I'll talk to the family about the ways you can support them as they prepare to bury their loved one.
I'm Meryl Hubbard, and coming up tonight at 6, these ballot drop boxes are getting some new paint as the city aims to reopen them for the upcoming primary election.
And for one final time, let's get a look at the alert day coming our way. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington out on the Capitol Square. Alex?
Eric, yeah, what we're eyeing up is after concerts on the square, 12 o'clock in the morning till approximately 6 o'clock in the morning, we'll be watching a line of thunderstorms crossing much of southern Wisconsin, especially for areas over far southwestern Wisconsin and areas near the Wisconsin-Illinois borders, it looks like right now. Don't want to forget about the all-city swim meet Thursday, tomorrow, scattered thunderstorm chances, but much better weather Friday and Saturday, and then we dry out by the time we get to the weekend. Eric?
All right, Alex, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. The CBS Evening News is next.